Once again, it's on. We back at it. You know, this is a very interesting story coming out of Atlanta, and I'm trying to stay with it. So the whole thing about it is, what the information I got from Heavy.com, we got Raissa Kenge is a Atlanta IT professional who was accused of shooting 3 people in Midtown Atlanta on August 22nd, 2022, after a lengthy workplace dispute and lawsuit, right? So the suspect was arrested and identified as Raissa. Atlanta police wrote in a news release, and 2 of the victims died. She was charged with 2 counts of murder felony, 4 counts of aggravated assault, possession of a firearm, commission of a felony, false imprisonment, and is currently awaiting transport to the county jail. She's already in county jail. In the news conference, Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens praised police for their quick action in apprehending the suspect. Now, the victims were shot at different locations on Peachtree Street, police said. On August 22nd, at around 1:45, Atlanta police wrote officers responded to a person shot on West Peachtree Street. Now, upon arrival, they located 2 individuals who appeared to have been shot. Police said in a news conference that the officers received 911 calls of shots fired. Okay, long story short, she shot some people, went to another location, shot another person. And she basically had a hit list. And the thing about that hit list, she ran into the cab driver who she just so happened, she didn't use no Uber, she didn't use no Lyft. So I assume she called her own cab driver and was going to basically complete the mission, and by going to other locations where she was having potential victims, because she went to one location, nobody was there. So then she caught a ride to the airport. And the thing about that airport ride was so crazy is that the Atlanta News have the footage of the whole conversation on the cab ride. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy that the police would put people in such a crazy predicament as being a cab driver. You know what I'm saying? But she was also embroiled in a villainous lawsuit against her condo management while she was headed to the airport. She found out basically information indicated single suspect, a female, was responsible for each of the incidents or whatever. But the whole thing about that, like I said, she was involved in a lawsuit with these people that became the victims. And if I seem insensitive to the victims, I'm sorry. Rest in peace to the victims or whatever like that. But, for the sake of the story or whatever the case may be, I'm gonna say their names. The deceased victims were Wesley Freeman and Michael Shiners. And the thing about these guys, they were allegedly fraudulent. They were harassing this woman. They were being racist towards her. They allegedly broke into her apartment by way of one of the people that she had a dispute with was basically in cahoots with one of the owners of the building that she lived at. So they had access to her safe and all this other stuff. So basically, she went to the police. I've seen the police footage. She's tried to make reports about these people. And what end up happening is usually what happens when black people try to get results from the police. Nothing happens. So she did not get answers to any of those allegations she was making about them breaking in her house, stealing information that she had that basically could testify or to whatever they got going on fraudulently, right? So she had a hit list and she made good on her list, right? And so with all that being said, she was out here trying to escape. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the cab driver comes involved at. So, you know, she contacts this cab driver or whatever the case may be en route to the next body she's trying to commit. She's trying to catch another body. And it didn't work out because they weren't there or whatever the case may be. And by then the cab driver is getting kind of weary and he realizes that maybe something ain't right. And by that time when he witnesses something ain't right, that's when the police start calling him and talking all loud in his phone, asking him to describe her and all this other crazy stuff. It's basically like they was trying to put my man life in jeopardy at that point. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't make no sense for police to be calling you repeatedly while you got the alleged suspect riding with you. Luckily, he was from the same country as her. He spoke the same language, which I would have, I'm questioning why did he just speak in English to her or whatever instead of, speaking a native language, which would have been, harder for them to decipher what's going on. But he did speak it in English and basically warned her that somebody looking for her and the police is contacting him and all that. And he just luckily, by the grace of God, she didn't blow his head off. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So that goes on and everything like that. And now we fast forward into the arrest and to the actual arraignment in court when they're talking to her and she's basically disrespectful to the judge, very entitled. Like I said, this lady has a bachelor's degree in IT, very intelligent woman, very becoming woman, very beautiful at the time, you know what I'm saying? But due to the stress that she's probably going through right now and the whatever she got going on that made her snap like that in the first place, right? Um, is just, unfortunate. Leads her into her current situation, incarcerated and looking for an attorney. I think she's already fired two court-appointed attorneys that they had assign her or whatever like that. So I think she's gonna be one of those cases where she probably gonna try to represent herself or something along those lines or something like that. But yeah, that's all I got right now about this whole situation. But just like, comment, subscribe, peace, and one love.